Okay, I think we are on. Hey guys, will y'all say hi if you're hopping on? We have a guest, they're just running a little bit late. Making sure I'm not muted. I'm not, okay. Hey Ed, how
Hey, Ed.
are you?
Can you hear us and see us okay?
I feel like we're good. Hey guys, how are you?
There's them France people.
Yeah, rude. Hey Josh and Petra, how are y'all doing? Welcome in. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
I can't even read it.
Hey Patrick, you're gonna have to look over here.
Oh.
Because, I mean, you can see it, but it's down there.
Oh, okay.
We're good. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we were having
Hey,
fun.
April.
We were having fun with Patrick earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, William.
Patrick, she was joking around. She goes, tell him that I'm not going to cook him anything.
Rude. Hey, how are you doing? It's cooler today in Oklahoma. I don't know what it is outside. I haven't been outside. It's 88, so it's not too terribly bad. Matt had to mow, so. Hey, Jackie.
I was told that our grass was too scraggly right now, so I had to get out there and mow it.
It was. Bonjour. How are you, Jeff? We are here, but your program is giving us fits. We're not downloading and installing Chrome because apparently it doesn't like any of our existing browsers. Uh-oh. Yeah, we have to use it on Chrome. Are you saying you don't want to do that? I'm trying to see if I can. Hold on, guys. We're having some technical difficulties. You leave for Colmore in 1 week. That is so exciting.
That's
gonna be nice. Bonjour. How are you doing? From Paris. Paris.
Yeah, I love getting those pictures. Relaxing right there next to the beach water.
Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday.
Got a drink in hand.
Right. Hey, Andrea. How are you doing? Amy. How are you? Michelle. I have a feeling I can send you a link, but I feel like you're still going to have to use Chrome. Oh my gosh, that's hysterical.
That's funny.
Not repeating that.
That's funny, Michelle. I'm not going to repeat it though.
Good to see you. Oh my gosh. We're good. How are you doing, Amy? So is it time to show the progress that we've made on the sale of the home? Ready? We have to do our progress. Ready? So there's that. That's the progress we had. We had somebody, it wasn't even really a show. I mean, I guess it kind of was.
It was a video showing.
I mean, I had like 30 minutes left of work and they were going to be there in 45 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I started rushing around and getting stuff done. And this girl walked in with a phone and she just videoed everything and then left. She was gone within 5 minutes.
Yeah, she came in and videoed the outside of the house, the inside of the house, and then went out the door, locked everything, and she was gone. And then come to find out that they put it in for another house.
Shocker. I'm so shocked.
But she said she loved it.
Yep.
again.
And we've had another house come up on the market here in this neighborhood. And so now we're like the third less expensive house. So they're coming in more expensive than us. So it's not price anymore. Looking forward to calmer. Just hate packing up. I know, but it'll be worth it. Thanks. I mean, one day. One day. Well, somebody reached out to me actually and said that they, asking how big of a hurry we're in, that they're saving, and it'll probably be another 60 days before they're able to make a down payment on a house.
Right.
But he loves the house. He loves the neighborhood.
He said
Yada,
that,
yada, yada.
He said that he's been wanting to move into this neighborhood.
Yeah.
And from all the pictures that he's seen, he hasn't actually come and seen the house, but he's seen all the pictures. And he said if it's not sold by then, that he would like to buy it. And so that's
There's always a
something to look forward to.
one day. It never goes the way it's supposed to. I'm hoping it lets them download it, because unfortunately with this one, it's what it wants you to use. Well, thanks. I'm beginning to wonder. She was in and out, y'all, within like 5 minutes.
But she did video everything. I mean, she went room to room and outside and inside, and
Matt was watching me on video as I was just hauling butt, running, trying to get stuff done.
I was out on patrol, and I got this text from her, and I looked, and she said, "Got a showing at 3:45," and it was like 2:45, 2:50. She only had an hour to get everything done, but she was in the middle of a meeting, and she was panicking. But it was hilarious.
Sorry, y'all. We will have guests, I promise. One day.
We have their picture up.
So, Dan and Michelle. How's it going? Oh my gosh.
But it has been hot.
Yeah, it's just a time of year that I hate. And so I've even gotten to where I don't even leave all the blinds open anymore. I love to see light in a house. I don't like to be dark, but I just let it be dark.
It's nice to come home and this house is closed. I'm talking, it's dark, but it's cool. And it's something I can come home and get all that gear off me and everything. And feels
Great
great.
picture, Dan and Michelle. It's a great picture, isn't it? If they would only speak. I'm just teasing. It's fine. Oh, here. How's that?
Oh, that's better. Now I can read it.
Oops. Oh my gosh. Well, Patrick, if we ever get this figured out, then we'll have you back on to where we can actually see your face. That is your only hurdle, the selling of the house. Yeah. I mean,
That's it.
that's it. I mean, the only thing I have left to get rid of as far as stuff, hold on.
We've got Chrome downloaded and now it wants us to sign in. Okay.
But we were looking in the garage. There's nothing in the attic. There's really nothing in the garage. The only thing I have left to get rid of, other than the stuff that we can't get rid of because we have to stage the house, is Christmas stuff, decorations, and then.
And our car is going to be, we'll sell it somehow. I keep seeing this thing move.
I know.
But, yeah, really the house is our biggest thing. Mm-hmm. And then probably the next stuff besides the car would be just the furniture, which I don't think we'll have a problem getting rid of that stuff.
No, especially if we negotiate it with the house. And then also we've got to go get our documents apostilled.
Yes.
Other than that,
we're
set.
We're going to take a few days off and go down to Austin and go get all of our
Hey,
paperwork
Cindy,
apostilled.
you're not late. You're not late at all. We have guests coming. They're having technical difficulties. So what have y'all done this weekend?
Seems like ever since we went to this.
No, the other one did it too. 88 and waiting on the rain to start. Oh, y'all are going to get some rain?
Oh, we'd love to get some rain.
Oh, look here, y'all. Gonna get some rain?
I met
Hello. Oh, look what we did. We've got people.
All
We're
right.
just kind of getting caught up on these comments, you guys. Will both of you go full retire? Diane's not working. If Matt ain't working, Diane's not working.
No,
Rude.
as soon as I retire in February, she might stay on for
A month.
a month, if that, and then that's when we move out.
But nobody's retiring until we sell the house. Hey, guys.
Hi.
How
How
y'all
are
doing?
y'all doing?
Can you hear me now?
I
Yeah.
can hear you just fine. Can y'all
All
hear? Andrea said y'all are real.
I was starting to wonder.
Let me turn you up on my end.
Somebody else wants to share the stage.
Oh my gosh, look. Sorry, Matt's Pandora's going off. A little Van Halen all of a sudden started playing. Look at that, precious. Oh my
Me?
gosh.
So that's the
okay.
dog that Andrea takes care of.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, how precious. Well, Andrea sees. Can y'all see comments too in the studio?
We can see the ones along the bottom that you put up,
Okay.
but well, we have to look over at the TV to see the
Yeah,
What
we've got,
peop- yeah.
yeah, we can
So
see
we-
them on our TV.
Well, guys, y'all have seen Dan and Michelle on here many, many times. A lot of y'all already know Dan and Michelle, but some of you guys from France don't. So, Dan, Michelle, meet everybody. Everybody, Dan and Michelle.
Hi everybody.
And they moved from the U.S. to Albania. So we thought we would bring them on and let them talk about their fun experiences as well.
And they can't stop buying houses over there.
No, they can't.
That's true. We have to stop visiting other towns because every time we stop, somebody wants to buy one.
Y'all are going to own all of Albania before too long.
Well, we were thinking about selling one, and
Yeah.
I'm done.
You're done buying. So do y'all think y'all are going to end up permanently in Pokédex?
No.
Okay.
Neither one of us like a really cold, windy winter, so we can be down by the coast when it's cold and up here when it's hot.
There you go. You know what? I was so excited today when I was watching his video and he actually showed the town. And yes, Patrick, I realize that you've done it before, but it wasn't here. And so today I actually got to see the town and I went, there is stuff to do. Don't get me wrong. I love a good alley, but I want to see the stuff. I want to see stores and shops and, what you have to do there. So that was kind of exciting to see that today.
Yeah.
Because inevitably, anytime, so when we see a video of Duras, immediately my heart just goes, oh, I love it. I want to be there. That's where I want to be. And then when I see Pokédex, it's really pretty, but it's like, I think I'm going to be bored. But anyway, hold on just a minute. I have to get caught up on these. It drives me nuts.
What breed is your dog?
Mutt, purebred mutt.
They say
Those are the-
probably a Chihuahua Dachshund mix.
A
Those are-
Chiweenie.
A
the
Chiweenie.
Chiweenie. Those are the best kind, the mixed breeds. Hold on. You have a video going out tomorrow where you're walking Valentino around. Oh, how fun. Oh,
Gonna have a
surprise, your dog is going to be a star.
That's okay. He's photogenic enough.
Yeah.
Precious. Cindy's saying hey to Dan and Michelle. Me,
Hi.
she just bought a place in France.
Yep.
Nice.
So she's going to be splitting time there. And then Amy says hello. Amy is down here in Texas with us.
Uh-huh.
She's been watching for a while. And then En France avec nos chats. They're also Texans that watches as well.
As a matter of fact, we'll be meeting them when we go over to Austin to get our paperwork apostilled.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
The real estate moguls. That's right. They're going to own all of Albania. Instead of them, y'all are going to end up with an island. No offense.
Oh,
We won't go that route.
No, I know that Cezanne Island is off the market because, somebody has put a $1 billion bid on it. But if you go down to Kasamo, or however you pronounce it, Samil, yeah, there's some islands that look like they're only less than an acre, so we might be able to do something down there.
You're gonna have your own island? Oh my God, that's the only way
No.
I could get along with people. It feels like.
Go talk to old Rami.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Happy to have Dan and Michelle and Poker Debts. I bet you are.
Oh, who said that?
That was
Andrea.
Andrea.
Oh, Andrea. Okay. Yeah.
Valentino is always the star.
Yeah.
Just April.
Well, hey guys, how are y'all? Lisa and Dave and Billy, welcome, welcome. Okay, we're caught up. So, what made you guys? And you know, we're not interviewers here. We're not going to do that. We're just going to visit and hang out. So, in fact, I'm going to snack while we do it. What made y'all choose Albania?
Well, we started with Canada, and they wouldn't take us. Now, somebody today said, no, there's a loophole, you could have gotten in. But basically, if you're unemployed and have no skills, they don't want you.
Oh,
So, and that's me. So,
I doubt it. You have real estate skills. We know that.
It's really cold there.
yeah, but the people are nice. I mean, we've visited there and we like it, but from what we could find out, they just didn't want us. So then you look at Mexico and say, all right, but the prices are going up and there's some issues there. And plus
It's
it's,
a little unstable over there.
and it's a little close to the US, you know, if part of our deal is to get away from it.
Right.
I think just being in the backyard, you know, and anyway, so we kept on looking further and further south. We looked at Costa Rica, which I've been to many times, and it's really nice, but the prices are going up. Panama, you know, and then about that time, somebody said he wanted to invade Panama and take back the canal, which we didn't think looked like such a good idea for us to move there then. So we kept looking further south, and Paraguay looks good. Pretty soon you get to Tierra del Fuego and say, okay, what's next? And we looked at Australia and New Zealand, and they both have real high restrictions on, again,
You have to bring lots of money.
yeah,
Lots.
New Zealand was $15 million if you're unemployed.
Oh,
So,
Wow.
yeah. So, yeah, they're basically saying go away.
I mean, if you're a doctor or something.
Yeah,
that's
if you have
fine,
skills
but-
that they want, which I don't, they, you know, then they'll let you in. But if you're just me, they want 15 million bucks. So that was off the table. And then we're watching YouTube videos of, you know, can you buy a €1 house in Sicily? And the answer is you can, maybe, possibly, but in 10 years of doing this, something like 12 people have succeeded doing it. And
And you're not probably going to get residency.
they don't want you, they want your money. So
Yeah.
you buy the house, you invest all the money, and then they say, thanks a lot, get out. So that didn't, and you know, their bureaucracy is legendary, as you know.
Yep.
So, and about that time, YouTube said, have you looked at Albania? And well, I actually knew where it was because I had a coworker years ago, and I told him, I said, I'm usually pretty good with accents, but I can't place yours at all. And he says, well, I'm Albanian, but I learned English in the Chinese school. I said, well, no wonder I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, he was a really nice guy, and I learned whatever he could tell me about Albania back then. So I said, oh, okay, well, let's check it out. And, you know, on paper, you see this stuff like stay for a year with no visa, no nothing, just show up with a passport and hang out as long as you want. I mean, that right there was like, oh, we could check out the place. We could spend all our time just, and then you get into Facebook groups and you start looking at YouTubers. And of course, the first ones you see are, I'm here for 2 weeks. I'm going to be drunk and I've got an unlimited budget. Isn't this cool? Look at my
what is
screen.
the Rhonda?
I was like, yeah, okay, that's not us. But and then we ran across Patrick and showing us, you know, the back alleys, and we're like, oh, okay, well, this is a real guy in a real place, and he loves it, and he's not running away after a couple weeks.
Right.
So you start taking it seriously. Then you think, well, okay, well, what other places offer what this offers? And no place does. I mean, you can get 1 year in, which one is it?
I think Georgia.
Georgia, yeah. And that's, you know, that's okay, but it's also a lot closer to Russia. Where
Yes.
if they decide to roll across the border, uh, you know, we're not going to be, they're not going to like us. So
Yeah.
at least there's a little cushion if, you know, if things go bad in Russia and they decide to attack another country, well, they got to get through a couple of them to get to Albania. So
Right.
that made it more attractive too. And then the proximity to Italy and the fact that flights, you know, an hour or two and you can be anywhere in Europe, and it costs so little to get to any of those places.
Right.
So, and we've done it where, you know, we've both flown to Italy and for various reasons, but we went there for the Vespa party, 80th anniversary party. So it's, you know, it was looking really good. So we decided to do what everybody says to do and spend 3 weeks there in an Airbnb and check it all out. So on paper, again, Vlora rose to the top of our list. So we got an Airbnb in Vlora, and before we even got there, somebody on Facebook said, "We've got an apartment for sale in a town you've never heard of." We said, "Oh, well, show us some pictures." And we were like, "Oh, wow." And the price was a lot less than Vlora. We were saying, you know, our plan was we would move here, rent until the house sells in North Carolina, and then be able to buy a place. We could buy this place without selling the house. And that took the pressure off of trying to sell the place, you know. Anyway, so we did. We bought it, and then we came back to North Carolina to sell everything we had and put the house on the market. And then we came back and moved into it. And that was Shenzhen,
Yeah.
which used to be Wilson, by the way. It was Wilson, Albania.
Named after Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow.
Yeah, they've got a bust of Woodrow Wilson on the promenade there. Obviously, they respect Americans and the history, and they know that there would be no Albania if it weren't for Woodrow Wilson.
Right.
I mean, that's true of Skanderbeg as well. There would be no Albania without Skanderbeg. There'd be no Albania without Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah.
So,
And then there's still some goodwill due to the Bill Clinton and the rest of the Europeans going into Kosovo and defending them,
yeah,
because 90% of Kosovars are Albanian.
yeah, there's just a small section that's Serbians. And what I've heard about Albanians is they love everybody except Serbs. And the Serbs love everybody except Albanians. And
Okay.
they get to share a country. Kosovo. So,
Well, that's awesome. Hold on. Let's try to get caught up here.
okay. So that's
thank
how we got here.
That's how you got here. Well, we're glad that you did.
We are too.
Me and Jeff meet Dan and Michelle. Dan and Michelle meet Lainey and Jeff. They just moved to France.
Ah,
Oh,
you
nice.
moved. Okay.
What I love about this because
Yeah, 'cause
we have people everywhere.
They were over in the Brittany area, but then now they're going up to the Colmar area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another place that I like. Where are y'all from originally? North Carolina.
California.
Oh, California, really?
Mostly California, yeah.
We moved from North Carolina when we came here, but we were only there like, what, 4 years?
Yeah, I've lived everywhere from the Aleutian Peninsula to Miami, and every
What part
place
of
in-
California?
Earliest memories for me was Anaheim, and for her was
Ontario,
Ontario. Yeah.
which is,
I was born and raised in Ventura, just north
Okay.
of Anaheim.
Yeah. So, and then about high school is when I moved to Northern California and lived there for most of my life until 12 years ago or so.
Oh, well, you have.
And then I was living in San Pedro at the beach when I met her. We didn't meet in San Pedro.
no, we met on Facebook.
You met on Facebook?
We met in a Facebook group, and I had been, you know what doxing is, where somebody says, "I'm going to tell everybody where you are and who you
Yes.
are and everything about you." Well, that happened to me. I was threatened with it, and I immediately took everything identifying about myself off and offline, you know, hiding it all. So when we got to be friends online, she didn't know what I did for a living because I didn't tell anybody. I mean, people who knew me in person knew what I did, but she didn't know. And so, long story short, she said, well, if you're ever in Wichita, which is where she was living, and I'm living at the beach in LA, and I said, I'll be there next week. So
And I was like,
she
okay.
was like, okay, well, come on by. So I got off of my flight and walked over to the next gate, got on the next plane, and flew to Wichita. And I was standing there in my pilot uniform when she drives up in her little sports car and says, "You're a pilot?" So,
Oh my gosh, isn't that so cool?
We met online.
We did.
really?
You did.
We really did. Yep.
She actually she saw my picture and she told me, she goes, I just looked at you and I was thinking I could be friends with this person. So she said hi.
That was it.
So-
and I am a charmer, let me tell you.
So I turned around and I just said hi back and left it at that.
And that was it, huh?
And then we started going back and forth, and finally we said, let's go to texting at least. So we went to texting, and then we went to phone calls, and
Yeah.
then come to find out she was up here. I wasn't too far away, so I would come up here on
You
my
was
days
too
off.
far away. You were 2.5 hours away.
That's not far.
Well,
Yeah, she was 2,000 miles away. So.
But I'd come up on my weekends whenever I was off work, and
Yeah,
I'd
Well, it's funny
visit with her.
because I messaged him first too.
yeah,
It's like these girls got to get over being shy.
yeah.
well, that's one thing I am not is shy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. But he did. He looked like somebody I could be friends with, and we just got to laughing, and that was
Yeah.
the rest is history. 15
Yeah, and
years
then
later.
she found out that I did laundry and cleaned the house and all this
That was-
stuff,
then
and
I
then
was
she
dead.
said, "Will you marry me?"
Yeah, we were talking on the phone. I was like, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I'm just doing some laundry, and you just got
Yeah.
me cleaning up." I was like, "You want to get married?" So there we are. Here's our
Sounds
story.
familiar.
It
Is this,
does.
okay.
You know, hey, anything to get out of doing laundry.
Well, Craig's on here.
I don't want to do laundry. Craig said,
Yeah, and I'm still doing it. So.
well, I help.
I
It's like a
help.
babe.
Yeah, I know you
help.
help.
I do help a little bit. Georgia is actually partially occupied by Russia currently.
Yeah, see, that was just a little too close for comfort for me.
Well, I actually looked into Georgia because we were curious about it, sort of like with Albania,
Yeah,
and I saw how close it was to Russia, and I said, no, we're
Yeah.
done.
yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. Hey, Laura. Good gosh, we're behind. Hold on. It happens so quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Ossetia? What is the name of the territory they're in?
Uh,
Great video about Johnny Harris on Georgia. Okay. That's adorable. Well, we try. But no, so yeah, y'all know how we found Albania because Italy is my place. Everybody
Right.
knows that. I love it. I love it so much. And we're really hoping that when we get over to Albania and we get residency there, we're hoping that the consulate in Albania doesn't act like the consulate in Houston as far as requiring passive income. There's no way in the world they can require the same passive income amount. There's no way.
right.
Yeah,
Because there's no Albanian that would be able to do that.
because the
Well, there are, but they're the ones going 300 kilometers an hour down the left lane of the highway. But the cops just wave, corruption is real, but it doesn't affect the little guy. This is
Right.
all the higher ups,
We actually watched a video last night on that about their corruption, and
yeah,
it was talking about Duras and
they were talking about Durrës with the ports and how there's a guy down there that he's over a bunch of these. I don't know if they consider him gang or mob or what, but they're saying that there's a lot of cocaine traveling through there, and
all kinds of stuff.
they were bringing up a lot of stuff about it.
But and meanwhile, as they're talking about all this bad stuff about Duras, I'm like, oh, look, that's really cute. Oh, I like that.
Well, I don't know if it's your internet or ours, but all of a sudden you guys are breaking up.
Uh-oh.
Does anybody else hear that, or is that just on our end?
I can't
Okay.
hear. Is it
Then it
back?
must be. It's probably on our end. So whatever you just said about corruption just
It
got
wasn't
all.
important. It wasn't important.
Or you know what it's probably the Albanian people that run the internet are breaking it up so we can't hear it, 'cause
You
it's all
know,
about Albanian
you
corruption,
know.
and they're sitting there listening in.
The eyes are watching.
Georgian language makes Albanian look easy. Albanian looks hard. It's hard.
Oh, it is hard. It's hard.
What's up? Sorry, you're late. You're not late.
You are
Hello,
not late.
welcome in. Your former Marine husband does our laundry, and he does it really well. Matt does great laundry. He does great laundry, and because I'm really picky, I don't like stuff dried.
There's certain things she doesn't like dried, or a lot of stuff she doesn't like dried. But then there's some things that she likes dried, and I've got to remember all this stuff while I'm doing it. And I do not let her.
Good.
And I don't let her touch my uniforms.
Yeah.
I have to do those.
The truth comes out.
Well, no, it's because you put my pants a different way. I gotta have them creased and
Do you get your panties in a bunch?
at least.
Y'all, he is so picky about everything. And I got to the point where he would make little comments when I would do his uniforms. And I finally said, I'm not doing them anymore. You do them yourself. So I don't do his uniforms because apparently I don't hang his pants up the right way.
Okay, I'm OCD about a lot of stuff, and I'll take like my chain off with my cross, and I'll put it just perfectly on my dresser or on the bathroom counter, and she'll come by and she'll move the chain just enough to where it's offset, and
You may have a problem.
yeah. Well, it's just like with my towel. I have to have it folded a certain way and hung up a certain way. And she laughs at me about all this stuff.
Because if you don't, you're going to have a bad day.
Yeah.
If the seam is out, you're going to have a bad day.
Yes.
Is
I gotta have the seam inward.
is this like sports guys that have to wear their special magical socks or something?
Apparently.
I don't know.
When I tell you everything is so neat and so organized, like when he takes off all of his stuff off his uniform, perfectly laid out, there's nothing out of place. I'm surprised that I don't know the order by now because anyway.
You could do it.
No, thank you. I'm not touching your uniform. Me, on the other hand, I'm a little bit more haphazard. I don't like things messy. I don't do well in clutter. I can't function in
Right,
I
clutter.
understand.
We're
Feel the
both
same
that way.
Yeah. But I'm also not OCD. Well, I am too.
You
a
are
little bit.
but I'm worse.
Yeah.
Even whenever it comes to like yard work and stuff, if I see now it was bothering you.
Yes, it was. Yesterday was bothering me.
You know how you get like maybe one or two pieces of grass that's growing longer than the rest? He was freaking out.
I was like, somebody's going to come over.
That's the first time I've ever heard her say anything. So I got up early this morning. Well, actually, I was up at 3:30 this morning.
My bifocal.
But she was talking about going out there to cut the grass, and I went ahead and went out and did it.
See,
So
I can't do it as well. So, God forbid Diane mow the grass. Actually, I don't mind.
I'm
mowing
willing
it.
to do it.
It's just too hot. I don't
It's
want
too
to.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because knowing us, inevitably, that's when somebody's going to come over is when there's grass all. I mean, because it's immaculate any other time, but
Right now it's perfectly cut.
yeah. Which I don't know why I was concerned about a showing because
We haven't got one.
Oh. Yeah, any updates on that? We were trying to download programs and stuff while you guys were introducing, so we might have missed that. Any updates on the house?
No.
Not a one.
Now we do have one person that's been talking to her. He mentioned to her that he's wanting to get a good down payment, and it'll probably be like another 60 days. But he really likes our house, and he likes the area that the house is in because he wanted this area.
Yeah.
And so he's more or less saying that if it's not sold, that he wants it. Hopefully that'll.
we'll see. He
Come
also
about.
said that he's looking at new builds and he's looking at renting. And, at this point, renting out here is cheaper than it is buying. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, trust me. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of rent houses out here.
I've
Yeah.
heard that renting is cheaper than buying here as well, but I wouldn't know.
No, you're too busy buying all the houses up. There's not gonna be houses left for anybody else. Y'all are buying them all.
That's what
There's plenty left.
those girl days out where they, you think that they're doing something else. No, she's out. She's looking for more houses. She's like, I'm going to tell Dan about this one.
I want this house. No, but hey, I mean, if you can do it, that's so cool because
yeah.
now y'all can escape the heat when you want to, escape the cold
Yeah.
when you want to.
We were lucky because in America, housing is pretty expensive, and here it's not.
Yeah.
So that gave us a lot of latitude, and we know we're lucky. And
Yeah.
Well, y'all are
Well,
very blessed. And
Yeah, my dad always said I'd rather be lucky than good, and I've lived by that my whole life.
that's my problem. That's what I'm doing wrong. Hold on here. No such thing as a former Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
That is true.
Okay, let's see. You didn't see where Albania has a tax treaty.
They don't,
They don't.
No, they do not.
and that's something that you have to pay attention to. But another funny story, she's a tax accountant, so she was, doing everything, crunching all the numbers while I just sit there drooling, and then she figures out where she has to go and who she has to see and what she has to do. And we spent a whole day driving around to various places, and they all basically went, "Why do you want to pay your taxes?"
yeah.
The government office
Our
is saying,
lawyer, I asked our lawyer, what am I supposed to do? What can I do? And she says, most people don't really want to pay their taxes.
so they just don't.
So far, I'm shooting for next year.
Yeah.
Maybe next year I'll pay those
Maybe
taxes.
next year.
I mean, we were just like 2 days over the 6 month,
the
we're
183
3
days.
So you're like where you become a tax resident, regardless of whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and nobody wanted it. It's like, we
They don't want
got
your
your money.
I couldn't
Nope.
even- I couldn't even find the office.
No, we
So
tried.
I'm chasing around. One guy, he speaks no English, but he's saying, "Oh, it's
It's over
pointing
here, around the corner."
Oh my gosh. It's
Yeah.
so funny how different countries
Yeah.
are. And I like the fact that they are so laid back over there. And it's
They
so
really
much,
are.
I just love that. I cannot wait to be a part
If
of
you're,
that.
if you're really tightly wrapped and everything has to be just so, and I'm not talking about the lawn, I'm talking about doing all the procedures according to the book, which my whole life has been book regulations, and I read all the manuals on everything, and you get here and everybody's like, okay, whatever, maybe. I mean, I found out 5 minutes means not now, and Nesser translates directly as tomorrow, but it actually just means not today. So when they say Nesser, that could be in 3 or 4 days. It doesn't mean tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
The definition is tomorrow, but it isn't tomorrow.
I know what they
Nesser
mean.
means not today.
I just feel like, it's obviously going to take some getting used to. 'Cause
It's going to be hard to get used to the not being on the go.
Well, that
You're
too.
You're just going to be you're going to be on your own time,
And yet the flip side of that is like, I went to, which one was it? It was it was the stove and oven. So I go down to the local store where they sell them. It's only a few blocks away. I walk over there and I say, I'd already bought the TV from them. So I walk in there and I said, I buy the stove and oven. And while I'm talking to the guy, he says, and you want this delivered like the TV was? And I go, yeah, I do. And so I'm paying him. And as I'm paying him, a guy walks in and, oh, here's the delivery guy. He's here. I said, well, can I ride with him? I mean, I'm paying for it, and the delivery guy is there and drives to our place and then carries it up the elevator. It's just
So
like,
sometimes things happen quicker than you'd expect.
yeah. I mean, in America, they'd say, okay, we'll have it to you in a week or so.
Between 8 and 12, and they'll be here at 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not, I mean, when we had our internet put in Shenzhen, it was the same deal. I mean, the girl was like, oh, is it okay if they come tomorrow?
Like-
We can't get there today. And the same thing with having an air conditioner installed. She's like, it's afternoon. And she says, I'm sorry, we just can't do that today, but is tomorrow morning okay?
Oh
And
my
they show up in the morning and install everything and be on their way.
I figured it'd be a week at least.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
so so some of the stuff is like they'll do it faster than you think, and others, well, it's not really a promise, when they say it's just not today.
Yeah.
So,
But that's okay.
so it's
Andrew-
a whole weird rhythm that you kind of have to just learn to play along with.
oh,
And
yeah.
you can see a doctor is fast.
Yeah.
I saw a specialist for rheumatology, and when I contacted them, they're like, "Well, what day do you want to come?" And I'm prepared. Like when I saw one in North Carolina, it was a 4-month wait, and they're like, "Well, you can come tomorrow." I can.
Yeah.
That was actually too soon for me. I said, "No." I wasn't
I wasn't ready.
So yeah, so that's nice. There are things that get done now.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Andrea.
Andrea said that her internet's going in and out too.
Oh, okay.
Rick Flood has joined the party. Rick and Dan, y'all need to meet because y'all two are the all-knowings of just about everything. I swear, one of you two is going to have the answers. So Rick, Dan and Michelle, Rick. Rick lives down here in Texas.
Nice to meet you, Rick.
Well, let's see here.
Cindy.
That's why we don't say ex-Marine Buffett. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. No tax treaty. Yes, this is a problem for some. Hold on here. The
Craig.
Balkans are more democratic than the West because regular people can bribe officials here instead of just
Exactly.
Have it.
Oh my gosh. Jeff can fold a country sheet like a pro.
That's witchcraft.
That's witchcraft.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I'm exactly the same way about my laundry, more than half of it. Yeah, so it's not going to be anything for me to go over there and not have a dryer. I mean, I don't dry my
Yeah.
stuff anyway. Rick, why are you yelling at me? No. Hang on. Woo, we got behind. Sorry I'm late. You're not late. Hello, Alessis. Andrew's saying hello. Alessis saying
it.
hi to Andrea. Craig saying hi to Alessis. Let's see. You believe the USA is one of 2 countries worldwide about taxing their folks even if they live abroad for years?
True.
Yeah.
That's true. The other
Stuttering,
one,
you
mine
are correct on that.
Yeah.
Here. You
Yeah,
listen-
that was really
It was
good.
very good
Yeah.
video, actually. We loved it too.
But this stop in the middle, and it's like same bat time, same bat channel. We'll get to the rest of the story later on the health problem. You had us sitting at the edge of our
Yeah,
seat
it's like, what's
wondering
going on?
what was going on,
We'll get to that later.
and it's like, well, I'll do that on the next video. No, do it now.
Now we
Dang it.
Sounds like Green
Now I gotta
Acres,
go to
Charles
work.
Zuckerberg, and Eddie Artman. That's a blast from the past, Rick.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Green Acres. I can sing that whole song.
Please
Yep.
Oh gosh, so can I.
hold on. Okay. Probably thinking, don't touch the man's pants. Rick. So, yeah, our video today is going to be fun. It's going to be a little different.
It's gonna be a little bit, yeah.
It's going to be fun. It's going to basically who's going to, I forgot the name of it. Good grief.
It's more or less who's probably gonna succeed a little bit better between her and I when we go over there.
Who will handle Albania better?
Who will handle Albania better? That's gonna be our next video that we're
Oh,
doing.
that's
A
fun.
bunch of questions, and I'm sure there's some patience questions in there. I haven't gone through them because I want them to be off the cuff.
I've heard that patience is your middle name.
That's what they say. Flexible and patient are my middle names.
Yeah.
Flexible, maybe. Patience, no.
Jeez. Well,
You're speechless.
moving on. That's your turn. I'm sitting on the edge of your seat too. You don't have answers yet? Oh, well then that's okay. But dang it. How much do you have to pay Uncle Sam every year when living abroad? I'm assuming that just
So
depends
far,
on.
I don't know.
They don't want her. They don't want their money.
The thing of the way it works, like, is if you pay taxes to the United States because you're required to, regardless of where you live, unless you denounce your citizenship, and then if you pay to another country, you can declare that on your United States taxes. So then that means
You're not getting double billed.
yeah. So that will, be, I don't know if it's a credit or a deduction.
Even
Anyway,
without the tax treaty.
even
Yes.
without the tax treaty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The tax treaty just makes everything more streamlined.
Yeah.
But like there's a thing on your taxes that says, did you pay any foreign taxes?
But
And
there is something that when we changed our mailboxes, initially we had my daughter in Charlotte picking up our mail and forwarding it to us. But then after watching Smile Abroad guys, and they recommended a guy down in Florida, Savvy Nomad, where you're actually renting a piece of a Florida trailer park. So
Yeah.
you actually have legal residence in Florida, and you can stop paying North Carolina tax because there's no state tax in Florida because all the old people go there and don't want to pay any taxes. So,
Right.
well, we're old and we don't want to pay taxes, so we now own, or I guess we rent a piece of a Florida trailer park, which I
You
think
know.
is pretty funny.
Hey, see, there's
They-
another home you own. Good grief, y'all.
They do the forwarding of your mail, and they'll shred it if you want. They'll tell you what you got. They'll shred it. They'll forward it. They'll do whatever. I had a Vespa company in Germany send a windshield because my billing address is Florida, and they'd sent me stuff to Albania before, but then they sent this windshield to Florida because it was my billing address. And folks in Florida were like, "What should we do with this?" I said, "Shred it."
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so once in a while, there's little glitches like that.
Yeah.
But
Well, we're lucky. We live in Texas, and it's the same thing as far as state taxes goes.
Okay.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
But I think
And
we're
you
gonna.
know, we had other friends that say they never pay state taxes anyway because they don't make enough, so didn't care about
Yeah.
that. It just kind of depends. But yeah, you guys are already perfect.
Yeah, and then I think we're just gonna use my daughter's
Address.
Yeah,
address.
that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
And if she moves, we'll just
She
have.
better be prepared to do some calls for us too.
Yeah, because she's gonna have to do some paperwork to make sure that we stay with her in spirit.
So we'll
Right.
probably do both, as far as use her address and then get a mail forwarding as well, just
Yeah,
because.
since you already have it in Texas, there's the virtual mailboxes, which is what I was using first. And the only problem with those is they won't work for your banks. They don't recognize the virtual mailboxes.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, but it works for everything else. So
I did have a question, and maybe someone on here might know, or y'all might know. Okay, we were planning on using her daughter as our address. She's in a different county than what we are. So if we were to get a jury summons,
that's a good point.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I guess you just say, you'd have to put in a thing saying you're out of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that I got to asking her about that this last week, and she was like, "I don't know.
Well, I need to figure that out because I've been
'Cause-
called like 3 or 4 times this year.
I haven't been called once for jury duty, and she in the last several months has already gotten
No, this year.
called, or this year she's already been called in like what 5?
It's been 4 or 5 times, and I almost got picked twice.
Yeah.
And they don't care that I'm married to law enforcement. They could care less. They come back with, so does that mean that you can't be, unbiased? And I'm like, no, you make me feel like a heel.
I told her, I said, you just tell them that you side with the law enforcement and they won't pick you.
I did this last time.
Yeah.
And that's what got me out of it. When I didn't want to be a part of that case, so I'm glad I got out of it. But yeah, I don't know why they just have picked me all of a sudden. They did pick me one time, and that was a mistake. He got the worst.
I've done my civic duty and been on juries a couple of times, and I actually enjoyed it, but but now if they were to contact me, I'd be like, well, I'm 5,000 miles away with no plan of returning, or as
What of
Patrick always says, I'm traveling. I'm traveling the world. So
Well, and the other thing was since we moved to Florida, we did not update our driver's licenses there because we did it after we were already over here. So we're not on any of their radar that they usually use for that.
yeah, it's usually
like,
driver's license and voter registrations that they
Yeah.
look for. And we didn't register to vote or get Florida driver's licenses. So as far as anybody knows, we just fell off the planet.
It's not a
But
bad
if you're gonna, yeah, but if you're gonna
Well-
be still using Texas, you're probably gonna get called, and then you can say, well, family emergency, I'm stuck in Albania. I don't know. I mean, then they'd have to look up where that is.
Try to
I say
find me.
that,
Do a
I say
video.
that half jokingly, but I actually had two people ask me if Albania was a real country when I said I was moving there.
Really?
That's an American
Look,
education system.
We used it sort of as a little joke between her
Yeah.
and me.
Yeah.
And but then all of a sudden, we're like, well, let's look into it, and we were like,
Dang, that's pretty.
wow.
Dang.
And then we started feeling bad because we were joking about it so much.
Talking bad about it.
I
Yeah.
know. Well, you're
Yeah.
dogging it. You have a question. In your experience, what should improve in Albania as soon as possible as it can?
That's, there's always the problem of unintended consequences. If you say, well, fix the roads, and then suddenly everybody decides they need to drive on them. Where, if it's a dirt road of nothing but potholes, nobody's driving on it. I went over to Craig's house the other day, and nobody goes out there unless they intend to be there.
Right.
And if you paved it and made it, so everything that you say could be better. Okay, I will say two things. Here in Pogradets, the water is drinkable. It's good. That isn't true in a lot of the country. So everybody's buying bottled water. Even the locals are buying, these 10-liter bottles of water. So having good water is one thing, and
What's it like in Honduras?
trash pickup is the other one.
you have to buy bottled water. It's
It's
know,
not
it's-
expensive, but it's
But it's
inconvenient.
an infrastructure problem.
Yeah.
The infrastructure that was there for water needs to be updated.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering about that. So
So
I'm
the
glad-
water, and then the trash pickup is, especially in summer,
It's not so bad here.
it's not as bad here, but like even in Shenzhen, which is a resort community, they have like 5 dumpsters lined up in a parking lot, and in 2 days they're filled up.
On
and
the weekend.
Yeah, and they might come by once a week and empty them. So pretty soon there's a mountain of trash in a parking lot in an otherwise paradise. And you go, why do you people do that? Hire more people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And it's not unusual to be driving down the road and see somebody just throw trash out the window because
They
they
need one of those litter campaigns like they had when we were
That
kids.
irritates me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
us
You know,
too,
when,
but
when I was a little kid in California, I remember there being trash
Yeah.
on the side of the road. And then we started having the crying Indian, who was really an Italian, I think,
yeah,
commercials. And
Not surprising.
it was a public service announcement, and eventually it
it
went
caught
away.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole "Don't Mess with Texas." That was Lady Bird Johnson's anti-litter campaign. Everybody now is like, "Yeah, we're tough. Don't mess with Texas." But it was actually "Don't mess up Texas" was the meaning behind it.
Who made up or was the original person that said, it's 10 o'clock, do you know where your kids are? Who made that up?
And they don't have that here. It's 10 o'clock. I don't know. They're outside somewhere.
They're probably-
I know. When we went to Italy, we were walking around. We were
Oh,
in
yeah.
Venice, and we were walking around some of the back streets, and there's all these kids in like the piazzas, and they're playing. And
Yeah.
I'm like, where are their parents? And it was like a Tuesday, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, do these
Yeah.
people not work? What are all these people doing out? And then that's when I was like, it's just a totally
It's a
different.
different attitude.
different
yeah.
culture. Yeah.
But I think about when I was a kid. I mean, we didn't have helicopter parents. We didn't have phones. We didn't have pagers. We didn't have anybody following us around. It was just, especially on the weekends, you went out and you played around with your friends in a field or I mean, my friends, we'd build jumps for our bikes, and we lived in Palos Verdes, so it was, big steep hills, and you'd get going 40 miles an hour, hit the plywood, jump, and see how far you could go, Evil Knievel stuff, and come back
Or
bleeding.
Napoleon.
And I didn't even get stitches. I still have scars from that, where my mother would throw me in the shower fully clothed and hose off the blood and rocks and stuff. And now it's like you'd be sent to jail for child endangerment if you let your kid do that on their own.
Oh yeah, we weren't even allowed in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's daytime.
Right.
Go outside. You can't even come in.
We had white shag carpet. We weren't allowed in the house either.
I know. We couldn't even come in if we wanted to. Drink out of the hose.
Yeah.
They did this whole stranger danger thing in America, and I'm not saying it never happens. Obviously, it does, but it's so rare. It
Yeah.
is so incredibly rare.
It's usually
And yet,
somebody they know.
Now all the kids have to, stay inside, and they can't go out and play, and
Right.
I remember when my girls were young. I mean, I had to make them go outside. That's when, phones and
Oh, yeah.
all
Me
that.
and my friends, we'd get on our bikes, and
Right.
my parents, they were like, bye. We'd get on our bikes, and we'd take off down. I'm talking all the way, we're talking 30 miles from the house
Yeah. Yeah.
that we were riding bikes. I went all the way down to where my dad worked at the sheriff's office down there in Ventura. And we just cruised everywhere we could.
Right.
And never even thought about stuff. Hold on.
George is trying to kill somebody. Sorry. Wow. He's mad.
Valentino's about to chime in. He's growling. He can hear it.
Yeah, George is like Cujo. But yeah, I mean, we just, there was no helicopter parenting at all. We were on our
Right.
own.
Right.
And so yeah, kids, I worry about these next generations and what's gonna happen. But yeah,
It happens so slowly. You think of that frog in the boiling water story about so many things, so many aspects of life that change so slowly that you don't really notice them. And then all of a sudden one day you go to Albania and go, hey, wait a minute. This is the way it was when I was a kid. What happened?
Yeah.
And I mean, it really is a sense of freedom. It's a freedom that you haven't felt in this century.
I know it. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Okay, we have to catch up here. Rick Flood said you will be able to submit a UPS change from anywhere in the world. Good to know. Traveling.
Yeah, no.
Because
Doesn't
at
work.
least when we were in North Carolina, they made us go into the post office and give them our ID.
And they still screwed it
And
up.
they still screwed it up. After we were gone, they're like, no, we're not forwarding your mail. You need to come in. And
Yeah, we're already in
So-
Albania when they said come back to the office.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than 10,000 per person overseas. Yep. Didn't know that.
Yeah, that FUPAR.
and FATCA.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. You do have to deal directly with banks, et cetera, to change addresses from abroad.
Not if you use a VPN.
Right.
We'll be going
Well-
over, we'll be using Dan and Michelle for all kinds of stuff. Don't tell my bank. We
Yeah.
won't tell anybody. iPostal. I think Patrick, I think that's who Patrick said he used, iPostal.
Yeah.
Jury summons respond, but there's always the option to inform them that you're out of the country. See, Rick knows it all. I'm
Yeah.
not.
All right. Good
Yeah.
job.
We've been wondering about the jury summons too. We live in a low population county. One of us gets summoned every year. There's not an option on the summons saying we're out of the country.
Well, maybe if it's postmarked France, they might get a clue.
Exactly. Let's see. Alessis, you love jury duty.
Oh,
You
my
know,
word.
the last one, when I got picked, the last one, it was an assault. And this kid, I guess, criminals are not the smartest. And I don't know if he didn't care that his calls from the jail were recorded or if he didn't realize. And so as he's saying these horrible things about his mother, and his mother is in the courtroom. And I just looked over at that mother, and she was just looking down. And I felt so awful. I said, he gets the maximum. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done. And he did. He did.
did get it.
Oh, I was livid. That poor lady just broke my heart. Before you leave, contact the county clerk and let them know you're moving out of the country physically. They can remove.
Oh.
Really?
Okay.
Good to know. Patrick, April had a summons. She showed 5-year residency here, but still legal resident in Texas, and she was dismissed. They probably still pick me. Versus
Well, they
Diane,
like you.
apparently.
That's like when pilots got random drug testing, and it was done by a computer that just spit out an employee number. And one guy got picked 3 months in a row. And that's how random numbers work, you know. Sometimes it happens. And this guy came into I was the chief pilot. He came into my office fuming. Why are they picking me? I said, because you pass every time. We don't want to test everybody.
Exactly. We
Well,
want good
the
numbers.
last time she got a jury summons, see, I usually pick up the mail on the way home from work. Well, I went to pick it up, and I saw that sitting in there because I noticed the envelope, and I went, oh.
Again.
I came walking back into the house, and I started waving it around. I said, look what you got.
And it's
Boy,
like-
she went off.
Yeah, because it's like my people, my work, they're like, really? You got another one? Really? And I have to like send them pictures of it. I'm like, you can't make this up that I'm getting picked so many times in a year.
Yeah,
It's like,
'cause-
isn't there a limit?
Yeah, because you got to. Well, I thought there was a limit.
Well, apparently not in this county. You told your roommates you were moving to Albania on April Fool's. They were very surprised to find out you were actually moving. I've told some of the people too, and they're like, it's not a place that people think of, and they're like, why? And
Well,
so
if not that, they think it's a mob place.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
I had somebody pull it up the other day when I was on the phone talking to them, and they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, the girls in dispatch, our dispatch, I told them where we were going. Well, the one got on there automatically and started looking everything up, and she was like, oh my gosh. She goes, I can't believe this place. Look at this. So I'd tell her, I'd say, look at Scoter, look at Duras, look at Flora, and look at Poker Desk, look at, and I was just naming off all these ones, and she kept looking through them. She goes, you're moving here? And I said, yes, and it's very inexpensive.
So enjoy that. We buy water in Puerto Vallarta. My question is about healthcare and prescriptions. Where do you go?
Ooh, that's easy.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, you have two choices. If you've got residency, you have to belong to the state-run healthcare program at 50 euros a year. So, and anytime you go into the state clinic, it's free. Then if you get in an accident and you need a ambulance ride and you go to the emergency room, those are free, even for foreigners if you're not on the program. If you need a specialist that maybe they don't have, you just pay out of pocket. But the cost is literally 1/10 what it is in the US. I buy the same prescription medicine that I was buying at CVS, and I pay 1/10 of what I did for the same brand. So you talk about corruption here. There's a corrupt criminal organization called insurance in America.
Insurance,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the thing of it is like when I went to see the rheumatologist, my charge for her was $54. I mean,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
They charge you that much to fill out the forms.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Up front, before you even see anybody. I'm telling you, it is. It's a racket. It really is.
Now, being on Medicare, I was concerned, well, hey, I paid into this thing this whole time, and now I won't be able to take advantage of it. But the reality is, I don't need it.
Yeah,
And I'm
exactly.
keeping it in force because, like I said, in October, we're going back for my daughter's wedding. So I want to have Medicare because our catastrophic policy, which again was advice we got from Patrick, we have a catastrophic policy that applies everywhere in the world except the U.S. What does that tell you? There is something broken in the system there.
And then I bought special travel insurance for the wedding, in the United States.
Because you're special.
Yeah, I'm not quite Medicare, but.
No.
But yeah, I mean, the thing of it is people feel insecure because, we've been told that, America has the best healthcare, high tech, all of this stuff. And, as far as best, I don't know anymore. High tech, yes. But if you can't access it, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right.
Yeah.
That's one thing that really led us to France. Really was the healthcare and the fact
that and exchanging the driver's license.
Well, that too. That's a huge thing for Matt is exchanging the
Big
driver's
time.
license. I'm not going to drive, so I don't care. But But yeah, the healthcare is really, really good there.
Well, I will tell you, I was talking to somebody about driver's licenses, and I think I told you this before, but they got stopped by the police and they had their Albanian driver's license and they pulled it out and showed it to him, and the cop was yelling at him and going ballistic, and he didn't speak enough Albanian to understand what was going on. And then the cop says, "Where are you from?" And he pulls out his American driver's license and he just shook his head, gave it back, and told him to go on his way. So the American driver
Americans.
was worth more than an Albanian driver's license in Albania.
Oh my gosh, that is so crazy.
Was
So
it-
I'm not in a rush to get it.
I'm planning on bringing an extra Texas driver's license
Yeah.
with me whenever I come back out anyways, because I know eventually someone's going to want my license, so I want to have another one with me if they take
Have one
it.
on the side, because in France you can just exchange it. So,
Yeah.
bring Don't Mess with Texas to Albania.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
The public
Eddie's a little bit busy with his flamingo revolution right now.
public
Bringing up litter campaign is really on the
more funding for them and less for Kanye. I heard about that.
That was-
Yeesh.
I can't believe they
Millions.
gave all that money.
Oh my gosh, we were told Paradise were the only two cities you do not need to buy water in Albania. Really? I
Not
like.
exactly. I ran tests on the water in Shenzhen, and it was okay, but it just tastes better out of a bottle. But all the test strips showed everything as being perfectly healthy. So, do I want to test all the water everywhere
and
and what's in
somebody-
a restaurant? And so
Somebody tested in Shkodër and said it was fine. Somebody who lives there, and they
Yeah.
drink out of the faucet. But except for
But-
I don't feel comfortable except for in Pogradad's.
And then you look at older buildings, and a lot of them have a reservoir up on the roof. And how long? When was the last time that was cleaned? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there even a filter on it?
Probably
It's
not.
just going in.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on. I got to get caught up here. It's the OCD thing. Name Greg. Nah, that you have experience. Hold on here. When we close on our house in France next month, we'll be part-time in both countries.
Keeping our U.S. residency for that.
Don't rub it in, Cindy. So excited. I remember growing up as a free-range child. It was great. Go out and come back for dinner. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh
Be
yeah,
home for dinner, or you don't get it.
exactly. USPS can be changed online. It can. I know. I've done it.
Well, when I did it, and I don't see how it'd be a North Carolina thing.
I don't
It's
know.
federal,
Right.
But
Jury summons is a county level transaction. Not sure how the state level courts or federal courts work. Well, why, Rick? I need you to get on that. I need you to find. If you have ADHD and can they permanently remove you from their list. What?
Wow.
I can't prove it.
I
Yeah, you have to be diagnosed.
could talk my doctor into giving me a note for that.
There's supposed to be a limit for jury duty if you get selected to serve. Well, I haven't been. I've been close, but
Ah,
I didn't get picked. What gets me is when you say Albania, most have no clue where it's at.
exactly. I just tell them it's Greece's hat.
That's one way of doing it. Some counties do some kind of jury draw from county residents. Well, somebody likes me. However, the insurance and pharmaceutical industries are out of control. Yes, they are. Absolutely, they are. Even the World Health Organization says the
Golly,
U.S.
how
is
far back
37th.
are we?
We're way behind in quality of care. For a country like France is in the top 5.
Yeah, but the U.S. is number one in expense.
That's
We're
the
number one
truth.
in a lot of things, just not good things. You have a question? Did you keep Part B for Medicare?
right now, yeah.
Boss says yes. I asked the accountant.
If you drop Part B Medicare and decide later you need it, you pay a penalty.
Yes.
That is
Right,
true.
right.
Yeah.
All of Puerto Vallarta has reservoirs on the roof, even the condos. Oh, okay.
So the water may not be good in any of them.
Maybe not. Well, is there anything else you want to share? Because we have been at this now for, I don't know, an hour and 10 minutes.
Well, sorry we were slow.
No,
In
no,
the-
no,
Oh, no.
We
You
just
did good.
appreciate y'all coming on and we get to see your face in person. And I don't ever get to see Michelle, so I'm excited about that. Not that I'm not excited to see
Oh
you.
my!
I just don't get to talk to Michelle. So this is
Well,
exciting.
I can leave if you want. I mean,
No, that's okay. You can stay.
She can't wait for the girl time out there,
Yes. Have fun.
going shopping, all that stuff.
Yeah. So do you have any advice for anybody that's thinking about it?
one thing that I learned from watching, again, Smile Abroad guys, is they have an expression, analysis paralysis. You can get to the point where, well, I have to do this, I have to do that, and you guys have addressed this too, about everything has to be perfect. Well, it doesn't. We followed people's advice right up to the point when we got here, and then it all went out the window. We did everything wrong, and I don't regret any of it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think, even doing this, and we've talked about it before, just doing the channel, at some point, without us being there, you run out of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing? I mean, I can't. And then you have people that, say, well, you're not there. What are you doing with the channel? You're not there. And
that's silly.
I know, which is dumb, and we don't make recommendations saying that we know anything, because we don't. And in fact, we say all the time, we know nothing. We know absolutely
we say, look,
nothing.
we're not professionals. We don't know. We go by what we find out and research, and
Yeah.
that's what we go by that. And
What puts
people
you
that
way
actually
up
live
a
out
lot of
there.
people?
I will tell you one sad story. There was a couple we met in Durham at one of the expat meetups, and they had their dog with them, and they had their sad story of why they left. They had a small inheritance, and they thought they could come to Albania as middle-aged people and get jobs, and there just aren't any. I mean,
Especially if you don't speak Albanian.
so the first thing they started with was, oh, we had the worst service in a restaurant. And we're going, wow, we've never had that. Well, it turns out they didn't know the custom. And the custom is you go in and then they take your order and then they bring you your food, and none of it's fast because they're actually cooking it. But then they don't come by and pester you every 5 minutes. Do you want some more water? Can I get you dessert? What? There's none of that. It's not like Cracker Barrel or Waffle House, they just
Easy, Keller. Easy on the Waffle House.
well, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm saying it's what you're used to, is this constant attention by the servers. And here they don't do that. They wander off and you don't see them again. And then they were mad because nobody would give them a bill. Well, in most places, maybe not so much in the tourists, but in everywhere else, you get up off your butt, you find the waiter, and he's usually standing by a computer, and you go, I want to pay now. And he goes, okay. And he pulls it up and shows you how much it is. But they're not going to come to your table and say, here's your bill, pay now, get out. There's no rush. They don't want to move you along. But they didn't understand that system. They didn't understand that they couldn't get a job here. I mean, there were so many things that they just didn't even look at, didn't think about, just showed up on the shore one day and said, what do we do now? And 6 months later, they're out of money and they're back in the U.S., broke and heartbroken because they wanted to stay here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
your level of research is, it helps everybody who sees your channel. They see that and they go, oh, okay, here's stuff I hadn't thought about. And that was the thing about Patrick, was here's a real live guy living and he's telling me stuff like, get an immigration lawyer. Oh, that's a good idea. Get, open your bank, open a Schwab account. We didn't have a Schwab account, but we opened it before we left. I mean, all of these little things that people like you, and you're some of the best, that are online telling people this is what you need to do, that helps.
Yeah.
It helps a lot. And I really respect that, because, I had the same kind of feeling like, well, now that I've gone through some of this, well, I should document the procedure going through it, and I should tell everybody what every step. And I'm like, I can't do that. I just want to live from day to day.
Absolutely.
And I have a camera. I haven't done anything. I look at Patrick out there doing all his, alley cats, and I'm like, God, this guy's working his ass off for a retired guy.
Well, I don't want to, I'm not going to do that either, even once we get over there. I mean, the how-to, as far as, visas and all of that requirement, no, that's not
And it's different for everybody. That's the thing.
There's
There's so many different ways that it's different for everybody. I mean, people even as of today are saying, "Oh, I got on the website, did it all myself, and it took me a week and a half." And I'm like, "Okay, that's
Yeah.
not me. I got
The
to
only,
pay
the only,
for it."
the only thing that we're gonna do to stay on track when we get over there is like within the first couple of days, we are gonna go get an attorney and get
Yeah.
all of our paperwork started, turn all of our stuff in and say, work your miracle or whatever.
Right.
And then just go from there. And
And the thing is, again, as Americans, we trust attorneys for one thing, but we're also used to paying them by the minute.
yes,
In the door and the clock starts. And it's not like that here. Everything's a flat fee. And if
Yeah.
it's not, walk out. But they'll tell you right up front, okay, you want residency? 500 euros for the two of us. That's nothing. I mean, most lawyers wouldn't even tell you their name for that much.
right.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Let's go through these, and then we're going to have to
All right.
call it. Hold on.
Okay. I'll shut up.
It was fun hearing your story, Dan and Michelle.
Thank
Thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Andrea. USA has the highest per capita cost of healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Thanks for sharing. Yes.
Thank you.
On.
Thanks, Dan and Michelle.
Bye, Craig.
See you later, Craig.
Thanks for coming.
Great.
Is Dan's apartment in Shenzhen raised in value since he got it?
We don't know. We're going on Wednesday to take a real estate agent, and she's somebody I trust. So we're going to meet with her, show her around, and she seems to think that we ought to at least get out of it what we put into it.
That's all you can ask for.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not.
We're not going to get that. We're giving ours away.
We're giving ours away right now.
We did that in North Carolina, but I think
We did.
Shenzhen is going to at least be worth what we paid for it.
Yeah, they're the same thing as when in school we used to have to do research and turn in a report. You're simply doing a video report. Thank you. Thank you. Good night, April. Thanks for coming.
Yes. Good night.
Goodness gracious.
Is tonight like your guys' meetup, or was that already? Or
Wasn't that last night?
Usually on Saturday.
That's Saturdays.
oh, what is today?
Today's
Oh,
Sunday.
Sunday.
today's Sunday.
Not every day is Saturday, Patrick. It's Monday, every stinking day that we don't have this house sold. It's like the
Yeah, Rick, that's right. I'm just growing potatoes in the garden.
There you go.
Yeah, Patrick.
Thank
Earlier,
you, Ed. I don't think
I
about
was
that.
talking to Patrick on WhatsApp earlier, and he was giving Diane a hard time. He was showing us him sitting there on the beach with his
Thanks, Robert.
drink,
Oh, yeah.
and he was telling, what was it he said?
Every day is Saturday, and I was like, it is not. Every day is not. Sunday scaries are a real thing. Bye, Amy. Hold on here. Oh, hey, I didn't know you were on here. Great chat. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And Lainey and Jeff, nice meeting you. Thank you, guys. Y'all, we really appreciate y'all coming on here and hanging out with us. And sorry it had technical difficulties at first. I'm sorry, it just likes Chrome, and there's nothing I can do about it. I had to do it.
If I had known, I would have downloaded it yesterday,
even
but I didn't know until we tried to boot it up and it said, go get Chrome.
Well, and then also you too, Rick. Thanks for coming. When yesterday morning I had just got up, I hadn't even had coffee yet, and he's like, "Hey, have you tried to?" Because we haven't had anybody live since we went to this new system. And he said, "Hey, have you got all that set up?" And I went, "Oh no, I didn't." So before even coffee comes around, I'm sitting here trying to do this, and it's not the easiest program for something like this. Oh, Darren, you were on here. Hi, sorry, sir. And I thought about that because Darren,
Where
it
was
the one
Darren?
that
I
he was on here earlier, and I didn't acknowledge
didn't
him.
see
Sorry,
him.
sir. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I was sitting there stressing out. I told Matt, I was like, I hate this. And I hadn't had coffee or nothing. It was like, what, 7 a.m, and I'm sitting here trying to.
Yeah, she was sitting over on the couch, and I walked over and I said, "Have you got everything set up for them and on this?" And she goes, "Oh my gosh!" And so next thing I know, I'm heading to work, and she's sitting there on the couch
Watching YouTube videos, trying to figure it out.
trying to figure it out. And
Sheesh.
because we had problems with Patrick before,
Right. I remember that.
and we were trying to make sure that we didn't have the problems before, and then I kept asking her. It was like 10 till, and we had talked about maybe getting on 10 minutes early, and I kept getting uncomfortable.
I said, "They're got it. It's
She
fine."
goes, "They got it. They're okay. They're okay." And I said,
We don't got it.
well, I wonder if I need to say something to them, like, and she goes, no, they've got it. They've got it. I said, okay. Then
We'd
we,
have been fine if we'd already had Chrome
Yeah.
on the computer, but we didn't. So,
So Patrick, if you're hearing that, hold on.
get Chrome.
Get Chrome.
yeah.
And type before caffeinating. It's not preferred that I do that because there might have been some salty language that came out. However, we got it done. But anyway, thank you guys. Really, we appreciate it, and we can't wait to get over there and meet y'all in person and hang out. And first round is on us when we get over there.
Ooh.
That and she's going to be doing a lot of baking.
Yeah, I've been informed that I will be doing baking when I get over there, but that's
Yeah.
okay. We can do it. But y'all have a good evening. I know it's getting late there. Y'all have a good evening, and we.
Have a good rest of your day.
Yes, we're about to go record. Oh, before I forget, a possible video idea is how you plan to transition from Albania to France, you mean? We'll figure that out later, Rick.
Yeah, because
We don't
know.
We might end up liking it there and staying. You never know.
You never know.
We don't say.
We did.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
never say never anymore.
You never know. That's
Yeah.
right. Y'all have a good evening. We'll
Bye,
see
you
you later.
Austinettes.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.